So here we have a problem where a person is being told how to invest and that they're being recommended to do it in 3 different areas, which means we're going to have 3 different variables occurring in this problem. We're going to have the money market, the mutual fund, and the stock market. So that's the first place to start. So I'm going to say that M is my money market amount, F is my mutual fund amount, and S is going to be my stock market amount. Now we have to take the information we have here to actually create the equations. So I'm going to pull up the 3 equations. So the first one, I know that my 3 amounts have to add up to my initial investment right here of $3,000. The next one there, if I read, and I can pull up my highlighter here, it says that the market was equivalent to the sum of twice the mutual fund and 3.5 times the stock market. So if I look here, mutual fund is money market's twice the mutual fund and plus 3.5 times the stock market. Then the last part here says that I have 1.3% in the money market, the mutual fund 6%, stock market's 8.5% for a combined profit of $86.30. So I changed those from percents to their decimal form. So I got 13 thousandths, 600ths, and 85 thousandths. And that's going to equal $86.30. So I have my 3 equations. Now it's a matter of, well, what do I do with them? So there's multiple ways I could go about this problem. The easiest one in this case, because I have this problem right here where I have M solved for, is to start by doing a basic substitution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2F plus 3.5S and plug it in both cases for M. So then I'm down to a 2-variable equation. Much easier to deal with, and then I can go through and do either substitution or elimination again. So if I plug in 2F plus 3S in for M in those other 2 equations, I end up with 3F plus 4.5S equals 3,000, and 8600ths F plus 1,305 10,000ths S equals 8630. Now trying to handle these decimals is difficult, so what I do is I come back and I say let's change this by multiplying the entire thing by 10,000. If I multiply that second line by 10,000, I get a much easier problem to deal with. Now the numbers are larger, but it's easier to see where do I go from here. So if at this point I can say, okay, I can do either another substitution by getting one of the variables by itself, or I can use elimination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top line and I'm going to multiply it by, and you could do this, you could figure this out, but I'm going to take top line and multiply by negative 290. Sounds like a funny number, but I know that what happens here is that this gives me minus 1305 S. I know that this gives me negative 870 F. And I know that this gives me negative 870,000. And I'm going to combine these 2 lines then based on that information. And what I get is that negative 10F equals negative 7,000. So F has to equal $700. So now I'm one step closer to solving this problem. So I have my F value. So now I can take one of these 2 equations and solve for S. So if I do, say I just take the first one here. 3 times 700 plus 4.5 S equals 3,000. Now I have 2,100 plus 4.5 S equals 3,000. That gives me a 4.5 S equals 900. And if I divide that, I'll get that S is $200. So I know so far that F was 700. And now I know that S was $200. So I can go back then to my final equation. I can go to any of these equations here that I want and choose which one do I want to use. And it will work out. But I'll take the first one because it's the easiest one. So I know that my money market plus the $700 plus the $200 should equal $3,000. So I know that my money market here is $2,100. So I know that the money market was $2,100, the mutual fund was $700, and then the stock market was $200. And again, I could plug in those values into all three equations and they should work out correctly.